You know, one of the first things she said is, "I am so sorry to all those women out there. This is a setback for all women in and outside the courtroom." And she feels it, and she feels the burden of that.
In case she wasn't already, Amber Heard is officially broke after the jury passed their verdict. And now that she hopes to appeal, how will she pay her lawyers if she can't even afford to pay Johnny Depp? And did her lawyers expose her for not paying legal fees? As you may be well aware, Johnny was awarded $10 million in compensatory charges related to lost career opportunities and $5 million in punitive damages. But the judge later reduced the punitive damages to $350,000, the minimum allowed in the state of Virginia, where the trial took place. Elaine Breithoft did disclose during the trial's closing arguments that her client had racked up more than $6 million in legal costs alone. And during an interview with Today, she said that Amber is unable to pay Johnny Depp the $10.4 million she owes him because she is apparently poor as a result of the high legal bills associated with the dramatic defamation case. When asked if her client had the ability to pay the assigned amount, she literally said, "No, absolutely not."
Is she able to pay a $10.4 million judgment?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Well, most people started asking how Amber could afford to pay her lawyers if she couldn't even afford to pay Johnny, especially if she chooses to appeal. One person wrote, "Amber Heard can't afford to pay Depp." Her lawyer moaned, "If this is true, how will she pay her legal fees? Hope her lawyers are alright with Amber Heard pledging to pay her bill." They did, after all, suggest her charity donation pledge was same as pay. In fact, a lot of people were wondering why Elaine was fighting at all. Like one who wrote, "Can someone explain to me how Amber Heard's lawyer is fighting harder for her now than she did in court? Like, they're really going in on how she can't afford to pay Depp. She's going to file a retrial, do all this stuff. Ma'am, you sucked the first time. Why do it again?" According to some, Elaine was on a media spree to get some cash because Amber obviously can't pay her. Some people also took the opportunity to let followers know that Amber had to switch legal counsel and started relying on her homeowner's insurance coverage to cover the expense of her current attorneys. According to insiders, the Travelers companies paid the majority of her attorney's costs under the provisions of Amber's insurance policy, so she didn't have to directly pay her lawyers. However, fans still said that Amber probably promised her lawyers a percentage of the win, but now she has nothing to give them. One Twitter user noted, "Amber wants to appeal. She can't pay JD the money, hasn't donated her divorce settlement, and her lawyers will be lucky. How is she going to fund the appeal if she has no money? Were her lawyers working for a percentage of the win?" Followers also said that Elaine's press tour was definitely meant to gaslight the public, and a body language expert shared the same sentiments, saying,
And I would borderline describe this as gaslighting because she's trying to sell this narrative that Johnny Depp is the one who caused the public and the jury to not believe Amber. Not the fact that Amber was denying things that we can all see with our eyes.
As for Amber, though she didn't address any financial strain in her statement after the trial, she said, "The disappointment I feel today is beyond words. I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence still was not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband. So, insurance may have paid the legal fees, but we are not sure they will also cover an appeal." Meaning, Amber won't afford to pay her lawyers unless she's actually richer than what people think. Come to think of it, could the "I can't pay" angle be an act? Stick around